Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Demajen Plays, where today, today I'm technically on the Trials of Mana demo still. It's a handful of hours till the full game comes out. And since I decided which characters that I wanted to use after several hours worth of trying out their different stories, what I've decided to do is record the stories of the characters that I didn't show in the Demajen Tries. So my main character is going to be Angela, because I think she's got an interesting story. My other two characters are, in fact, it's these three here. Hawkeye, the thief, and I've forgotten what her name is, Reese or something like that. The ones on the other side, Duran, Charlotte, and is it Kevin? Kevin is the one character whose story I had zero interest in whatsoever. I tried Charlotte. She's annoying as F. Something about the way she speaks and the localization is just... Duran was all right, but nothing super exciting. So I figured, well, you know, I can do this while I'm waiting for the full game to release. So I'm going to do it. I did find the combat a little bit easy, even on normal, but I'm going to play it on normal just so I can speed through it. I've already got a file with these two leveled up to level 7, which is where the demo ends. So I'll be continuing on from there, because I won't get to level 7 with just a normal playthrough of this. So we'll have Angela as our main character. We're going to have Hawkeye.
The name's Hawkeye, renowned thief from Navarre,
as our second character, and it is Reese, yes. And we're going to have Reese as the third one. We saw Reese's story as part of the Demajen Tries. She won't be in this.
Reese, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Because you don't get 3 characters. Proceed with this party. Yes. The other reason I'm doing this now is because it's been a few months, realistically, since I played this.
The kingdom of magicians. The true queen's magic was all that kept the freezing temperatures of the surrounding snowy lands at bay.
Sounds good. Sounds noble. But
as the mana of the world grew weaker, so did her power. Bit by bit, the ice and cold began to encroach on the castle.
citizens. We all feel the magic draining from
The
the
Crimson
land.
Wizard.
Mana weakens. For our mighty kingdom of Altena, this is of grave concern. We shall not sit idly while our country crumbles. No, no, we must open the forbidden portal to the sanctuary of mana, and then we can obtain
Forbidden
the
portal, eh?
sword of
Yes.
mana.
Great idea.
I thought that was
Strange how they all look almost identical.
Be still. Legend says
Be still and
portal to the
shut up.
Sanctuary of Mana only appears after activating the mana stones throughout the world.
Yes.
Obviously, no country would willingly give up a precious mana stone.
No.
So we expect a certain amount of resistance. We shall muster our strength and take the mana stones by force. Our true queen will obtain the sword of mana to rule her magic empire.
Long live the true queen! Glory to Altena!
Yes.
Oh, come on, Jose! Please.
The naming in this game is all over the place.
Shout, Your Highness. Honestly, you know, I used to be the sharpest of the great magic users in the Altanis court.
Whoa, hang on. I do not need another trip down your winding memory lane. Just teach me the rest of yesterday's lesson.
This is identical, incidentally, to the SNES version. I went and checked. The script is 100% identical, at least for the bits I
I've told
played.
you time and time again.
Unfortunately, the combat in the
You
SNES
cannot
version
use
is...
magic simply by learning the steps. Your magic has not manifested because you rely on form instead of spirit.
It's a rookie mistake.
Oh, please, not another lecture.
She's so, like, Valley
Don't ask for
Girl.
lessons anymore then. Take that.
Oh, this child.
Children, eh? As a teacher, I empathize with Jose completely. Apart from the old man.
Look, there's Victor. Hey, Victor, hey!
Oh, morning, Your Highness. Have you finished your magic lessons already? You know Jose complains to me whenever you skip lessons, right? Please consider my plight next time, Your Highness.
Angela, princess and heir to the throne of Altena. With a heavy burden dogging her steps, Angela grew up fatherless in the
Exposition.
shadow of her mother's royal duties. Her childhood was extremely lonely. Instead of affection from her mother, it seemed all she received were scoldings.
The mother's a bitch.
Though she knew that the queen had important responsibilities that kept the two from playing, that knowledge didn't stop Angela's frustrated tears.
Oh,
Starved for attention, the princess grew into a rebellious youth. She often acted out, playing pranks on members of the court. Though Angela became a renowned beauty, much like her mother,
with the silly hat.
she remained woefully unable to wield the magic power of her bloodline. That lack of talent was never far from her mind.
Ugh, I am so bored.
Whee!
Nothing ever happen around here.
Oh, I'd forgotten that she squeaks. That was the one thing that annoyed me. And this is the boiler room. The flame is flickering weakly. I don't think I actually came down here before. Obtained candy. Wow. It's locked. Right, so we need to speak to some people. Stand back, Your Highness. The Highness? Highness. Mages are practicing their magic. Interact with silver mana statues to save your game. Let's not save over. It's been like it's literally been a month. That's so weird. Your Highness, Victor was searching for you. He can keep on No. We should probably go and find him. Hopefully. Actually, aren't there? Ooh. Oh, does it take us all the way back out to the... It might have given us a warning about that. Well, that is literally no better. Oh. A cup of wishes. Maybe slightly less squeaky. Yes, I'm sure somebody will mod out those particular files. Oh, we need to go and find what's his face. Who is the other way? But yeah, the game still looks really, really nice. Not that way.
グレンの魔導士殿による兵士たちの訓練が最近特に激しくなって怪我人も出ています。戦が近いようですね。グレンの魔導士殿はますます魔力を上げている。今や断りの女王様に並ぶほどの魔力を身につけたのではないでしょうか。
姫様、こちらにいらっしゃったんですか。断りの女王様とグレンの魔導士
The
殿
Queen and her advisor called for you.
僕は先にさっきの中庭でお待ちしてますから。早く来てくださいよ。
さあ、王女様、お急ぎください。
I want to hear what Angela sounds like. There are a lot of people out there that are of the opinion that all JRPGs should be played with Japanese voice acting.
姫様、大変ですよ。女王様がいよいよ海の向こうの草原の国フォルセナに侵攻を開始するらしいです。さあ、女王様のところへ。
I'm not one of these people. I'm quite happy to listen to English dialogue. Because it means that I don't need to read. I mean, I don't put the subtitles on for me. I put the subtitles on so that people who are watching the video, especially if they're in a slightly noisy environment, they can, you know, check things out for themselves. But obviously, if I've got Japanese voice acting on, I have to read it.
お母様。
アンジェラ、私から説明しよう。マナの聖域への扉を開くため。
As you know, we must control the Mana Stones to gain access to the Sanctuary. That is the reason for our invasion. Legend says if we activate the energy of the Mana Stones in the world, the portal will open. And we don't question legend. We shall begin with the Altinish Mana Stone.
でも、どうやって？
How will you do that? We will use a forbidden magic spell outlawed because it takes the life of the enchanter in exchange for that mana energy. However, my associate and I are too important for this sacrifice. If we use your body as a vessel for that cursed magic, your death would act as the catalyst we need to release the Mana Stone's true form, true power. But Mother? You've been a useless blight on my lineage for far too long. To think that my daughter could be so weak and powerless. Under these circumstances, sacrificing yourself for this spell is the most fitting end for my heir. Now come, my child. Poof. She's gone. And this is why I liked Angela's storyline. Whilst I don't like the squeaking that she makes. The idea that her mother would sacrifice her as the catalyst for a cursed spell was, of all the stories that I played through, was the one that I thought was the most interesting. Closely followed by Hawkeye's. I'm outside the castle, but why would my mother... Kaza. I can't return. Can't return, but I have no idea what to do now. And yeah, of course, I end up doing awful voice acting. So I'll switch it back to English in a moment. But first, uh-oh. Oh, it's the penguin things. These are horrible in the SNES version. They hit really hard. Battle tutorial. Battle on the SNES version, I just could not get to grips with. Collect particles. Plunk, plunk. Whereas, you know, combat in this it's simplistic to start off with. I actually won, I think. You'd think in a kingdom of frost and snow, she'd wear something a little bit more appropriate. You'd think this, but you'd be wrong. I'm escaping. Hey! Obtained 1 chocolate. A single chocolate. Running away and buggering off. Yes, I did think that this was the, oops. Don't know why I'm pressing the left bumper. That is clearly not a block button. In fact, I don't think there is a block button in this game. But yes, I like the story idea behind Angela. And I'm interested to see what happens with the Crimson Wizard. Maybe you should wear more clothes. Just a thought. It's quite a sad story. You know, unlike Reese's story, which was very much Reese is stupid and her brother is stupid. Angela doesn't seem to have a huge amount of choice. Where am I? Investigate the town. Hi, guys. Oh, good, you're awake. My daughter found you in the snowfields. Brought you back to Alron. Cheery, look. Can I play with her? No. So that, of course, is just to hammer home how bad Angela's upbringing has been. When's dinner? Oh, Grandma, she just had a dinner, but she forgot already. How many dinners does one person need? It's a good question. Go for a walk to boost my mood. Now, weren't there? You must be cold if that's all you were wearing outside in the weather. Yeah. Isn't there a save point around here somewhere? Yoink. Oops. Ah! There's a reward if you find the missing princess, who doesn't look anything like us at all. Try planting seeds in magic pots. I believe you need to do this for things. Level up our plant pots. Ba, 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 da, ba. Hello? Oh, this is the fortune teller. Ma'am, I don't know what to do. Please give me guidance. Sometimes people lose any last spark of hope and fall into the deepest despair. When that happens, you must go to Holy City Wendell and seek advice from His Eminence, the Priest of Lights. The Priest of Lights? To find your way through the darkness of despair, you will need a guiding light. Go to Wendell, child. That is your fate. Come on, this fraud told me the same thing. Go to Wendell or whatever. All I asked was whether my next child was going to be a boy or a girl. To Holy City Wendell. Holy City Wendell, huh? I don't know what awaits me there, but I guess it's bound to be better than getting caught here in my own kingdom. Or freezing to death in this massively inappropriate outfit. I'll go. I mean, nothing could possibly be worse than staying cooped up in the castle. And if I learn how to handle my magic, maybe my mother will welcome me back. There's a chance, at least. A slightly optimistic outlook on life. As I said, Angela has, the most interesting of the stories, I think, for me. Heart heavy with the Queen's rejection, Angela left Altina as a wanted criminal with a price on her head. Mostly I want to find out whether her mother gets a comeuppance, because I find that kind of stuff quite interesting. Family drama. A conversation was occurring. Staring off into the distance. I do very much like the aesthetic that they've chosen for this, and having played a little bit, not very much, having played a little bit of the original SNES version, it is amazing how faithfully they have recreated the 2D sprites and stuff into 3D. Yeah. Jad belongs to Ferolia. Don't resist and we may spare you. I'd like to save so I could switch back to English. Ferolian forces have taken the town and closed the docks. Now my ship's stuck in the harbour until who knows when. Pots! Take that, Pots! Is there nowhere here to save? Chocolate! Yoink! Yoink! I still don't like the fact that jump is on the same button as interact. It's not my favourite way of going about things, that is for sure. Oh. There's Hawkeye. Just hanging around. Beastburn. If you're trying to leave the city, night is best. See, there's nothing unique here. This is the story that we've already seen. Nap until nightfall. Place to rest with no charge. Wonderful. So yeah, by this point, all the stories converge, and then we end up in the... Awoo! Their heads are too small. Then we all end up in the woods at the same time, and we have to go to the cave. Everything that you've seen in the Demajen tries. Obviously, I have played this through 5 times. Well, no, that's not actually true. Not 5 times. 4 times, I think. Because, as I said, I didn't try out Kevin. Aha! Begin battle! Take that! Mutts! Sorry! Level up! Right! I can now change the, Oh, it does say that you'll be taken back to the title screen. I just hadn't noticed. Let's swap back over.
Trials of Mana.
Purely so I don't have to read. Angela sets out for Wendell. It does have the very typical issues common to JRPGs. That there's a weird sense of inconsistency when it comes to names of places. I believe that certain changes have been made for this as well. I've already seen on the Steam forums somebody saying that they're going to put out a patch, you know, an unofficial patch to fix, quote unquote, certain changes that have been made. You know, names of areas that because Trials of Mana didn't have an official English translation for many years. It was never released in the West. You know, there were fan translations of it on ROMs and stuff, and therefore people have got, you know, fans of the game have got an idea of, you know, this is what the characters are called. And obviously, this translation doesn't necessarily stick to that. And I can understand why people would want that. For example, the enemies, you know, the magical death beasts or whatever they're called. You know, they've got a particular name in this. I can't remember what it is. But a lot of people don't like it. And, you know, they want it changed back to the quote-unquote original version. Take that, mushroom! Ba, ba, ba. I do like the music.
Are you challenging me?
Are you?
Double slap!
Magic rope! Yeah. There's an invisible force blocking the way.
Someone's put up a barrier. I never learned how to dispel this. I need to find someone who can break the spell.
I like how snarky and disgruntled she is. And again, she may well be even better in the Japanese version, but I don't speak Japanese. Lakeside Town, Astoria. There's a load of things hidden in this town that I discovered over the various playthroughs that I did. I'm not going to go and find them all for this quick run through. As I said, I've got a save that I'm going to use. Curses, I managed to get away from Jad, but now I'm stuck here. Maybe the barrier will have mysteriously disappeared in the morning. Where? Eek!
No one believes me, but I saw it. A strange
Spoopy
light
lights.
over the lake. Maybe it'll appear tonight, too.
Maybe. Where? You used to be able to go through Cascade Cavern to the east to get to the other side of the lake. Unfortunately, Wendell's closed it off to keep their city safe. Unfortunate indeed. That's so annoying. Can I buy?
Lots of wares to browse.
I'll make use of this.
I will.
Again.
Let's get the staff because we can't use any spells as a mage yet. Hello.
Welcome.
Rest. Oh, you can save at the inn. Of course you can. A mysterious light. I didn't actually get this far when I was playing the SNES version. The Sahagin in the snowy area just kicked my ass. The combat system
that?
was, I don't know, different.
A light?
Yes. The English voice acting isn't particularly bad, so. Chase the strange lights.
That weird light was definitely magical. Maybe if I follow it, I'll find the mage who
Yes. If a character falls asleep, they'll start to slumber until healed. Take that.
You wish. Double slash.
Take it. Whoa. So. I can see why a lot of people feel like the combat is really kind of dull at the start of the game. Because it is. Assassin ants. I do like the little bonuses you get for, completing combat quickly or doing X amount of damage or not getting hit or whatever. I like systems like that. They incentivize good play. Probably won't get many of them later in the game. Where? Very.
Are you hurt?
Yes.
I'm all right.
Their ears are weird.
Who are you?
Nobody.
I'm Angela, a magician from Altena. I saw the light from Astoria's Inn.
I see. I have no other option. So I suppose you'll do. Hold
I'm
on.
desperate, so I'll choose you.
What?
Oh, never mind. I'll tell you later. Please, I need you to take me to the Priest of Light in Wendell. I can't fly any further on my own.
She says while still flying.
That is where I'm headed, so I don't mind taking you with me. But there's a barrier around the cavern. I think we're stuck here for now.
But wait.
I can get us through the barrier. But we need to hurry.
Oh no.
Something has happened to the Sanctuary of Mana.
The Sanctuary of Mana?
Wait.
Wait.
I can't fly any further, she says. Still flying.
That came from Astoria. What happened?
Nothing
I need to go
good.
back.
Oh, we need to get going. Let me rest inside you for a bit. You won't see me, but don't worry, I'm still here.
Such a weird,
Whoa, wait, what?
Whoop.
Don't delay. We must see to Astoria.
Ah! Her voice is in my head?
Hurry.
Fine.
That's a migraine waiting to happen. You take Fairy with you. With a triumphant fanfare.
So, why are you heading to Wendell?
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm looking for answers.
Oh, I see you haven't had an easy time yourself.
Skimming and scanning through our memories. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Let me out of here. And again. As I said, I'm not worried about, you know, leveling up or anything for this. This is just to show people the stories of the two characters.
What happened? Where is everyone?
And I'll do the same for Reese when we meet her in the main game.
How terrible.
There is no time to waste.
This is all identical, whichever character you
Wendell is in danger.
This place is wrecked. Where? Try attacking enemies from behind. Right, we should meet Hawkeye down here. Here he is.
Hello there. On your way to Wendell? Sorry to ruin
Hi.
your plans, but that cavern is blocked.
Oh, well, actually...
What's this about a fairy letting us through? Whoa! Are you serious? Of all the people. Huh. I guess this explains the light earlier. You can call me Hawkeye. I have some business in Wendell, if you must know.
We didn't ask, but thanks. You can experience the previous journey of your new companion and play through their past. Yes. Because that's the point of this. Hawkeye's story is quite tragic as well. I like the tragic ones. I feel like Reese's is supposed to be tragic, but it
light,
mostly comes across as them just being dumb.
Dark. So, the thieves of Navarro lived in the shadows of the world.
And they've got a weird cat thing with them. Who I think is mostly just slave labor to carry the bags. As you know, he does do something
Going
later
in.
on.
Get ready.
I'm coming! Steal the treasure! Why this guy is sleeping fully clothed is quite beyond me.
It's my money.
I do like the very stylized approach to beards and sprouting chest hair in this. Kind of the stereotypical tropey merchant. Da 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 da!
Like taking candy from a baby.
He's not the stealthiest of thieves, really, is he?
A thief! No, not my money.
Oh no!
You had to make this complicated. Now that I have your undivided attention, let me give you some advice. You've made a killing swindling the people living hand to mouth in this town. Now's your chance to put yourself in their shoes. Maybe
I think this has all been
twice
motion
about your
captured, hasn't it?
dirty business practices now that you're the one who's lost all his money, huh? You should thank me, really.
That's rich coming from a common thief.
Common?
How dare you?
Touché. But something tells me you'll get over it. Farewell. Try breaking a sweat with an honest day's work for a change.
Where did he put the treasure? Who knows? Ah, that ninja run. Unnecessary flips. That gives you a nice sense of Hawkeye's kind of charming and cocky character. What is with the cat? I've forgotten the cat's name. I think it's something beginning with an R.
Nevarland thieves were known to sweep through towns, stealing ill-gotten goods from the undeserving rich. While their
They're Robin
leader,
Hoods.
Flame Khan,
Flame
held
Khan.
down the remote desert fortress
Again,
for the
typical kind of
Sand Dunes.
Japanese translated names. It's from the 90s, you know. When you've got Kevin the Beast Man.
I've returned from the raid, sir.
Well done.
Oh, you haven't heard. Forgive me. King Flame Khan has disbanded the Thieves Guild and declared Navarre an independent nation under his rule.
Oh, has he now?
We're wasting away in this forsaken desert. Mana power is shifting and threatening our place in the world. Our people's resources, like the waters of the oasis, are
I think
drying
Isabella's also the villain in
lay siege to the kingdom of Laurent
Reese's storyline.
Create the Navarre nation. Now,
It's very...
His Majesty has a meeting to attend, so you just sit tight.
It's very JRPG, the writing in this. You know, a lot of people think that that JRPGs are all about excellent story. It's like, they can be,
Oh, Hawkeye. When did you get back?
but the writing
something
isn't
wrong?
necessarily there, especially the
What is
translations.
Flame Khan thinking? He's never been ashamed of our thievery before. How can we give up our entire livelihood, our creed? And for what? What is going on?
Who knows?
And there's something strange about that Isabella. I know she saved the Lord's life when he was stranded in the desert. But making her second in command? What's her angle?
Nothing good.
I'm sure my father has the people's interests at heart, Hawkeye. If the wells we all depend on go dry, we can't live here forever. So...
But a king? Flame Khan hates monarchies. So now we're going to bleed the citizens of our new nation dry to fill the king's pockets just like our enemies do? How will we be any different from them?
A good question.
Stop insulting my father.
Oh, what? Did you want to play the part of the pretty little princess, Jessica?
He's a little bit of an ass as well, Hawkeye.
Stop!
Serves him right. I mean, he's not wrong, but... no point picking these things up because you don't get to keep them. So yeah, he's a dual dagger ninja. It's quite cool. Did you say something mean to Jessica? No? No, I did not. Can't jump over there. I knew that. I can't jump down there either. Of course, you couldn't jump in the original, so... Don't bother opening the chest, he says, and then immediately. King Flame Khan hasn't been himself lately. I guess he was worried about forming a nation. It all makes sense now. Sense. But yeah, going back to my point about JRPGs. I've been, like a lot of people, I think, I've been playing the original Final Fantasy VII after having completed the 40... I think I played the remake for like 46 hours or something now. And I thought I'd go back and, you know, play the Midgar section of FF7 again. and the writing is awful. You know, there's no character development. Why anybody would follow Barrett? Because he's a dumbass. He's a complete idiot. And he doesn't come across as a smart or charismatic leader at all. And I know the original Midgar section is all of what, 4 or 5 hours. But it's dull. You know, there's no time given to the characters or world building, and no, I've played up until Cosmo Canyon, and the only bits that have been vaguely well written is the stuff really between Barrett and Dine, or Dean, or however you pronounce his name, in the Corel Desert. Cat thing. Oh no, I'm not meant for fighting, and wars make my whiskers stand on end. Brother, what do we do now? Do meow. So yeah, this idea that JRPGs are full of excellent writing. Don't get me wrong. You know, there is some excellent writing in Final Fantasy VII. And I'm sure there'll be some excellent writing in this as well, but equally, a lot of it will be very kind of cringeworthy. Hawkeye, sir, Eagle wanted to talk to you. Go to Eagle's room.
Hawkeye, there's something bothering me. By now, I'm sure you've heard about the invasion of Laurent. Have you noticed anything strange about my father?
He's
lately?
been bewitched.
That's exactly what I thought. We two have grown up together here in the fortress, so I knew you must have noticed it as well. I knew it. He hasn't truly been himself since he went missing in the dunes last month. Fortunately, that newcomer Isabella found him before he...
Coincidental.
But I swear nothing has been the same since. If my hunch is correct, Isabella may be at the root of the problem.
There's something massively
I will expose her
off
for
about
the
her.
evildoer she is.
Cut me a break, Eagle. Don't rush on ahead. Something's got me on edge. I better go after him.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's some sneaky thievery going on here.
Shh. Stay vigilant.
They are 100% the ninjas.
Huh? We'll surround them. I'll go to the other side.
Like a ninja. Yes, nobody will have noticed that at all.
Understood. Do pass on my message.
Hold, fiend.
Hold, fiend.
We have you now. Whom have you snuck into the fortress?
Whom have you snuck? See, like I said, very kind of
We'll continue when
JRPG
pests are
translation.
taken care of. I leave them to you.
Who would work just as well there?
Oh! You children will find out there are things better left unseen in the world. But no matter. I will have you forget my little secret. Just like Flame Khan.
Shocking.
Stop manipulating my father. I'll throw you out of this fortress myself.
No, you won't.
What an innocent babe.
Wom, wom, wom.
It hurts.
As I said,
What's wrong?
a bit cringeworthy. But the overall story I like here.
Run, Hawkeye. Must.
Brother versus brother. Or friend versus friend. They're not brothers.
Hawkeye must be destroyed.
The voice actors are doing what they can with what's been given them.
You, Eagle! Fight it!
Oh dear. He can't hear you now. What will you do? Attack your friend or perish on his blade?
Not much of a choice there. See, it's easy to see what's going to happen.
Must defeat. Kill. Hawkeye.
Eagle, stop this!
I was trying to get behind him, but that didn't work. No, Eagle!
Eagle! Stay with me.
Hawkeye, you
could have just knocked him out rather than stabbing him multiple times, but...
Still alive, I see. Oh. Allow me to fix that.
Eagle! Eagle!
And now, guards.
You did this to Eagle, you foul!
I'm done playing, child.
Yeah.
Someone, come quick. The man's a murderer.
Flame Khan is awake.
What's the problem?
Bill? And Ben?
No. Not Eagle. How could you?
These are the guys from Reese's storyline.
No! It wasn't me! I would never!
Yeah. I quite like this. You know, it's cliche.
Murder is no.
It's not original in any sense of the word, what's going on here. But, you know,
You reflect on your
cliches are born out of things that work. Sure, they get overused, but back in 1990, was it 1993 or something that this originally came out?
Oh,
It had still been used a lot.
if you tell anyone, your friend Jessica's life is forfeit.
What have you done to her?
Oh yes, she got the bracelet.
Oh, I just gave her a cursed little present, if you will. If you step out of line, you may not like the consequences.
Let me out!
Let's get the cat to bust us out. Ugh. Curses.
Anyone?
Again, keeping that PG-13 rating by saying curses rather than actually cursing.
Jessica. My brother, Eagle. They're saying you did it. But that can't be. No one was closer to my brother than you. You couldn't have. So tell me, who killed my brother?
I did.
Talk, and her life is forfeit.
Please, tell me, who was it? Hawkeye? Why won't you say anything?
Because you slapped me.
No. It couldn't be. But you... And Eagle?
Jessica.
She tried. As I said, you know, the Japanese voice acting could be way, way superior. I just don't want to have to read. You know, as a writer, I work with text most of the time, every day. So I don't want to read all the time in video games as well.
I believe Mew.
Niccolo.
No Mew are framed. Come on. We need to get away from here as soon as possible.
I thought it was an R. It's an N. I thought it was like Ricardo or something. I was close.
Isabella will pay, but I can't stick around Navarre any longer.
Let's get the hell out of Dodge.
This cursed present Mew mentioned, I think it's the legendary Choker of Death.
Choker of Death.
Stories are true. Once Mew put it on, Mew can never take it off. And if
These little language tricks, I think, are probably going to annoy me as we go throughout the game. It's one of the reasons why I'm not playing Charlotte, because she says everything with W's instead of R's. Yeah, nothing against people with speech impediments, but couple it with the really cutesy voice. It's like,
hey, Mew take care of Meow self.
Meow self.
Don't worry, I'll look after Jessica.
It's like, I understand having dialogue like that when it's entirely text only.
Stop him!
Oh no! I do quite like how Hawkeye controls. It's good. I don't know where I'm going. I need to go up, don't I? I can't get up there. How do I get up top? Ah. Oh, hello. You won. What was I saying? Can't remember. Oh yeah, the language thing. Yeah, in a text-only game, you can differentiate how people speak by little language tricks like, you know, U equals Mew because meow because cat. But when it comes to a voice actor actually saying it...
I swear on my life that I won't let anything happen to Jessica. I have to leave now, but...
It doesn't work as well.
I will be back to avenge your death, dearest friend. And I will save your sister. Jessica, you have to stay safe until I return. Please be safe.
So yeah, Hawkeye's got the tragic backstory as well, which is why I've chosen him as
Pained by the
second
loss of
character.
his dear friend, set off for Wendell to find a way to lift Jessica's curse.
And we get the same kind of cutscene from here. And now it should just throw us back to... Hawkeye finished recounting the harrowing story of how they came to be on this journey.
I'm not a big believer in chance. There's a reason we've crossed paths. I'll come with you to Wendell.
Hawkeye, join the party! And there we go. So I'm not going to play the rest of this because this has already gone on for an hour, and you know, all I wanted you to see was the stories of the two characters that you haven't seen if you've already watched the Demajen Tries. If you haven't already watched the Demajen Tries, obviously you're going to need to go back and watch at least a bit of it to get the next little chunk. What actually happens? We go to Wendell. We speak to the priest. He says we need to go and collect the elementals. We go back to the cavern with the fairies' help. We defeat the giant crab thing. And the demo finishes just after that. It's about 2 hours total. You can do it in an hour and a half if you skip the cutscenes and stuff, which I have done. Yeah, so those are the 2 characters that I'm going. 2 tragic stories, plus Reese, the Valkyrie. Valkyrie? Amazon. Whose issue is she gets her kingdom burned down, doesn't she? Due to her stupidity and her brother's stupidity. So the next episode will pick up straight after the end of the demo. As I said, I'll stick a card up in the corner for my demo impressions and so on and so forth. It's a 2-parter actually, so you might only need to watch the second part. Click on the card. I'll have figured it out by the time I edit the video together. Hope you've enjoyed this look at the two interesting characters. It could be that Kevin's got a really interesting story as well, but I'm not playing an RPG with a character called Kevin. Nothing against any of you that are called Kevin. I've got no issues with the name Kevin at all. It's just got that JRPG issue of a name that doesn't fit into the world that they've created. It takes me out too much. You know, Hawkeye, yeah. Angela's got a slightly more magical. You know, Reese, fair enough. Duran, yeah. Charlotte, Kevin, not really. So next time, next time we'll be in the full game. Hope you all enjoy and stick around for this. My first ever playthrough of Trials of Mana. Supposedly a classic. How will it have stood the test of time? I'm expecting cringeworthy dialogue, trophy plotting, typical JRPG fare. We'll see how we get on. So next time, folks, thank you very much for watching Demajen Plays. I've been Demajen. Good day. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.